I think there's part of our human nature, irrespective of financial need, that is wired to need to work, to fulfill our desire for purpose and meaning and grounding in our lives. You think about the mental health epidemic, opioid addiction, fentanyl usage. A lot of these are symptoms of the loss of purpose. Now, you take a look at the AI revolution, there's opportunities, there's risks. But one of the great opportunities, and the most important one, is enhancing the productivity of what human beings are actually able to accomplish. So instead of focusing on how that takes yesterday's jobs, I think we should look at how it creates new jobs and opportunities in the future. May not even be traditional jobs, but new ways of being productive, not just as workers, but as human beings. And instead of the discussion around universal basic income, where they're coming from is saying that, well, if all jobs are taken and everybody's so productive and AI is generating this wealth, why not distribute that as universal basic income? That's the other argument for the other side. I favor a different concept, which others have discussed, of universal extreme wealth. Let's talk about equity participation at a young age. If productivity is that much higher, I'd love to see the S&P 500 and all major indices outperform the next century more than they did the last because of the power of AI. And then how do a generation of young American citizens actually participate in that through equity participation, starting at a young age, allowing the magic of what Albert Einstein called the most powerful force in the universe, compound interest, to start working at a young age. And if you just do the basic math, the S&P 500, let's say it returned 15% for the next 100 years, which is higher than maybe the 13% it's historically averaged. That means a kid on day one, if you start with $10,000 invested in the market, is automatically a millionaire by the time they're, say, in their 40s. That's what I want to be talking about, is combat the popularity of socialism by actually making more people capitalists in the first place. And I think that's the kind of constructive solution set that I'd like to see our conservative movement do a better job of standing.